Well, we're back. What's going on, everybody? We're back with this is the third now, I think, right? Third podcast we've
Yes.
recorded, third episode here. We got one of our newest members to the management side of Indiana Syndicate. Super excited to have him. Brad, what's going on, my man?
What's going on, Jacob? How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Not too bad. Just woke up a couple hours ago.
A
Nice.
couple hours ago, this man stays up. Oh my god.
That rest grind, bro. You know?
Last night when I was texting everyone about the time, and I asked him, I was like, "Yeah, we'll probably do like 2 Eastern." He goes, "2 Eastern?" He's like, "That's kind of early," and I was like, "We could do 3 if you want." um, but oh shit, hang on, someone else started talking.
It just goes dead silent. We'll cut it. We can
don't
should
know
we restart?
No, we don't have to. It's okay. I fucking stepped on my mouse and it made my screen all weird, and then I didn't have the fucking topics pulled up.
All right. Well, we're all good. We'll just
Yeah,
put
it
a
don't
little
matter. I'm not worried
nice
about
fun video in.
it. So Brad, you want to go ahead and tell the people just a little bit what you do at Indiana Syndicate and kind of just a little bit about you as well?
Yeah, sure. So, hi, I'm Bradley. I'm the social media and the content creation manager for Indiana Syndicate. Um, I've been playing competitive Call of Duty for about 5 years since like BO3. Just recently quit because I lost my drive, my passion for it. So I switched over to this, seeing if I could do something with this. I'm currently in college as well. I study social sciences just until next year, where I can study special ed counseling to become a crisis counselor.
Awesome.
Great career
Stuff like
path.
stuff
Great
like that.
career.
I was gonna say stuff like that kind of hits home, and it sucks that it's more and more prevalent. But we need good people and um to help with that side of things, because of course it's never gonna go away, even though we wish it would. So it's awesome.
Exactly. Just trying to help people out who need it the most.
Sure.
So going into, I guess it's not really last week's matches, but our Syndicate Black, our Call of Duty roster in the CACL, actually advanced to playoffs. Their last match, the other team forfeited. They were in dead last anyways. They were like 0-4, so it didn't even make a difference. Um, their first playoff match is on the 1st, which is
Yeah.
Monday. Yeah, okay. So that should be exciting. Our Siege team just qualified for the AGN Rainbow Six League.
Nice.
They absolutely swept everyone in that qualifier. Their first round was like 7-0, next round was like 7-2, and I think the next round was like 7-3. So that's exciting. We should be. I mean, I think we have one more league that they are going to be a part of as well, I believe, or that we're going to run the qualifiers for. So we have that coming up. Our K7 roster is still on hold. We have to wait till February 15th for that. And our Syndicate Red team, which is at the moment just Gorilla, he is in the process of deciding if he just wants to move to search only, and becoming just like a wagers team, with a couple other people. So we are kind of waiting to see on that. That is about it team wise.
Wait, speaking on Gorilla going back to S&D, do you know if he's going to bring along with him Mug and Viper with him, or is he gonna like?
So he told me he was. He said that because like when he was telling me about like his team now and like how he just kind of doesn't really want to team with them anymore. He said, he asked me if he did team with them and he did wagers only, if he could bring them over for that. And I told him, yeah, obviously. I mean, I trust him anyways to like make any team, but on top of that, I mean, I'm not gonna just tell him no, because we were actually gonna do that with our black team originally. They were only supposed to be like S&D tournament grinders, and somehow they ended up being an actual like league team and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I think I think that's the route. If not, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of just playing it by ear to see. he should be here right now.
Yeah,
But
Frank, where you?
We see you, Frank.
um, but yeah, so we're kind of playing that by ear, seeing what's gonna happen with that. Also something that I'm just gonna kind of bring up. We did content day yesterday. Had a
Yep,
lot of
nice.
fun.
That was fun. That was a good time.
Just in case if anyone hasn't heard of Scribble.io, right? Is that what it is? Yeah,
Mhm.
something like
Yeah.
that. It's basically like a Pictionary game, but like someone draws, everyone else guesses. You want to be the first one to guess. You get most points at the
You
end
get
of
the
like
most points.
at
Yep.
the end of like however many rounds you do. Whoever has the most points wins. Sin already took the first 2 games.
Why'd you tell the people, bro? Gotta be like,
Because
oh, if you want to see who
that
won.
video will come out before that. I
Oh,
just
before
need,
this?
yeah, I need you to drop that fucking.
Oh yeah, I did. It's in the Dropbox. We're good.
Okay, yeah, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So, going into
Also, real quick, you forgot a team. The Sin Slammers, they improved to 36-9 on the ladder board.
Oh.
The
Okay, to be
slow-
fair, I haven't heard anything about that for a little bit. So I heard your last, I think last time we talked about that was beginning of the week. So
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm
we're,
kind of lost. What's the Sin Slammers?
play the video. I'm just kidding. Leo, you could go ahead and go into that.
We're just like Sin Slammers again. For those who don't know, we're just like a GB like grinder team that we just choke some kids and just try to grind to the top. So it's just like it's fun, it's vibey, but we're taking this like really seriously. So trying to get to the top. But
What do you got? What do you
last
guys
night-
right now?
We're 36-9. We should be really 36-4 or 36-6. Last night we lost to people we shouldn't have lost to. So
Yeah.
I remember
Frustrating.
back in like the IW days, I used to grind GBs.
Yeah.
At one point, we were like 76 and like 11, and we were like 11th on the ladder.
yeah, that's awesome. That's the goal for the Sin Slammers. We have like in our bio, literally it says "Don't get slammed," and we have like our Twitter, and it's powered by Indiana Syndicate. So
Wait,
hopefully
did
it'll
you guys
just-
make your Twitter account?
What do you? Yeah.
Like-
So in the bio it says Twitter Indiana Sin, and then it has all the players' Twitters.
Oh,
So-
I meant like, cause you remember I was talking to you about it, and I was like, well,
Oh,
I'm
the Sin.
like you guys'
the
own
separate
Sin
one.
Slammers Twitter, and then like I was like, and then we can make you guys like a YouTube page as well, so like you guys can post shit. But
Maybe one day. But regardless, Call of Duty on the same side of Call of Duty, just in a different direction. Last week we had the CDL kickoff. We all took our bets, but really just our guesses on who was going to win. And with that, we could talk about the first match between the New York Subliners and Dallas Empire.
That was expected. I
Yeah.
think
That
that
was
was exactly I think that. Greg, go ahead. I'll talk in a little bit.
It sucks because at the beginning of last year, I was a Dallas Empire fan, but like I was like throughout the whole year. But Clayster, he's been my favorite player for like 4 years now. So either way, I was still like somewhat sad when the Subliners lost, but I'm a Dallas fan, so it was just like a tough start for me.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like when Derrick Rose first left the Bulls for us, and we're like
Yeah.
it's like
And-
you can't root against Derrick Rose because he
Exactly.
was the Chicago guy. But yeah, I think that was expected. I think that Dallas team's gonna be pretty solid this year. I think that was completely expected. I think that for the roster changes that the Subliners had to go through, it was kind of expected, the 3-0. I think
Yeah.
that would be because they didn't have really any practice because, I mean, it was like a week or two.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
a
I
week.
think so. Like I just watched like the Hard Points podcast. I don't know if anyone else
TP,
watches
right?
that. Yeah, Teep, Merc, Maven, and Crowder. They were saying that Zuma, that whole situation with Zuma happened 5 days before the.
And that's like
The
your
event
star
happened.
player on that team besides
Yeah.
Clay.
Yeah.
Which-
Yeah,
Exactly.
Didn't Clay not even do that good, right?
Clay.
Not that well. But wait, can we take a moment to see like how nasty Diamond Con was though?
Diamond
Yes.
Con,
Yeah,
he
not-
showed up.
Disgusting.
think-
It's crazy.
On that side, too, I think really all of the the AMs that came up showed up this week. Like
Yeah.
they all played really well. I mean, Neptune, Fire played well.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
All those guys were gross.
I definitely think Fire was the
Most cool to
star
see.
of Paris.
Oh yeah, him
Sure.
and yeah, without a doubt.
So, yeah, match one, I know we all said 3-0. That was like an easy guess. Match two, I had Seattle winning it, which I'm not going to lie, after the first map, I had no faith in that pick. And
Yeah.
then they actually bounced back, surprisingly. Unfortunately, they lost game 5, or map 5 to Apathy in the
LG.
vent, but
I think yeah. I think that was Gorillas, right?
yeah.
Papa
I,
That team
app.
surprised me.
Yeah, I was gonna
looked,
say
they
that
looked
too.
really
Actually,
good.
I didn't have a lot of faith, but then again,
The thing is,
it's different
that
when you
team-
see them compared to just on paper. But
Yeah, I don't know if both those teams are really good and it was just a good match, or if it's like they're kind of the middle of the road mediocre teams and they were just a good match for each other.
Right, right.
But it was fun to watch at the time. I thought both of them. It was a really good game.
I mean, if,
I was surprised to see the Surge do so well in S&D against
Yes.
that Gorillas team, because
that's
that's a pretty
Pristini, ain't
strong
it though?
S&D team.
Didn't he?
Yeah,
go-
Pristini
Pristini,
popped
that
off.
was like the only time he actually like was good during the series was S&D.
And I think we
he
talked
was-
about that last podcast. We said that it like that team's really gonna kind of. It depends if Pristini,
And Looney,
do
Looney, yeah.
anything.
and if Gunless can stay on the team for more than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That is true.
So LEG won 3-2 over Seattle. Match 3,
Mhm.
which was probably the most surprising match for me.
Yeah.
FaZe lost to Florida 3-2, which I actually did not watch that series. I don't remember what I was doing.
I'll tell you what,
Um,
Florida looks nasty.
They
Florida's going to be a scary team this year.
I think I was at bowling. I was getting updates from you guys as I was
Yeah.
bowling. Also, real
It's like,
quick, by the way, in case if anyone was wondering, I bowled a 222. I'm pretty proud of myself. Best series ever.
Just put the nerd symbol over Steve.
Yeah.
I feel like once Neptune like plays like for a bit longer, he's gonna be disgusting. Like he already played like pretty well, but give him like a few more events and like a bit more practice, he's gonna be phenomenal.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I can see him being like not the next Shotzi, but like the
Something
next
like-
Shotzi. Because he came from Halo 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those Halo kids are gross, man. I'm telling you.
Like,
There's different
His
breeds.
playstyle is just so weird. Like it's so hard to predict. Like he's either playing in like a super weird corner, but like he's holding like a lot of lanes with that corner, or he's, for example, I'm not sure if it was Hardpoint or S&D, but RCD's was on P2 tank, and he goes pro on top green and tries to get an angle on RCD's where like he can't see him, but he poked up like a bit too early because like you can see anyone there for like seconds.
Wasn't it Neptune 2 in that lobby? They were playing Checkmate S&D, and he was like floating on the side of the
Oh,
plane.
yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
remember
Yeah.
that? Like, all these guys get the unintended lines of sight. Get freaking Detective Clayster on it, bro.
Do you remember?
Bro,
I still remember Illy's like snipe shot back, like gun runner under the truck all the
Oh,
way in the
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's nuts. That
I
team.
was really let down. It was just
Ah.
so bad.
But Ginzy,
Yeah.
Ginzy kind of called it too. Didn't you say
I
that
thought-
like that they were gonna?
I said it was gonna be very close. I thought it could be very close if FaZe didn't play to the best of their ability, and they didn't. They lost. I feel like FaZe is a top team. I think they underestimated them a whole bunch, and they underestimated a lot of teams because they're the best in the game, which I still think they are. But if they underestimate teams like Mutineers and stuff like that, they're not gonna
Right.
win.
Right.
So yeah, Florida takes that 3-2 over FaZe, and then on Sunday, first match we had London against Paris, which, I
I
think
think they
was.
cut almost.
What'd you say?
Paris won 3-2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
Which
I
surprised
definitely.
me.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
That Paris team looked a lot better than I thought they would. They're playing
Yeah.
really well.
I kind of thought about it. Like, I was like, yeah, I think Paris is going to win if they all show out. And they did, except one, but
They still got the W.
Yeah.
No, but like that match there, that was almost like Battle of Europe because it was Scraps versus his former team, and it's like
Yeah.
the only like, wait, is that the only two teams in Europe? I think it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's wait, real quick, who's on London?
Uh,
Is Trey,
Mm,
Alex, um,
Dylan.
well, Dylan,
Dylan and
somebody else,
Shawnee.
Johnny.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Which on paper they
Where
sound like a pretty good team too, but
yeah, I think Dylan played good that whole series. I think he was like the only one that was playing consistently good, and Shawnee.
Mhm.
But I feel like Paris was really underestimated too. I knew that they had potential because Classic could be really good sometimes, and he was playing phenomenal that whole series. Um, Fire was playing really good too,
Yes.
and the only
Scrap.
one that really let me down, yeah,
What'd you
was
say?
Scraps.
They have Aqua too, right?
Yeah.
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 Oh my
Aqua's
god.
Aqua's playing out of his mind too.
Yeah.
So yeah, Paris take that 3-2 over London, and then we have Toronto against Minnesota, which I will say firsthand after doubting them, Minnesota actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And like nothing against Toronto because I mean they're good too, but I don't know, I feel like I have high hopes for that team compared to. I mean I don't know. I guess like in the time when I didn't think Minnesota was that good, I definitely thought um, Toronto was gonna take it, but I was pretty pleased how that match went.
The
Yeah.
only thing that I see about Minnesota is I feel like the only way that they're gonna play well is if Priesta and Attach keep it up because last year Priesta was pretty like inconsistent and
Mhm.
for the past like, couple of years Attach as well. But if they both click well together, then that could be like a disgusting roster.
Yeah.
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 I totally agree. Yeah, it's
Uh,
really gonna
They
be up to those two.
in
Good.
S&D,
Mm.
holy Major Maniac and Priesta like are gonna be the like frontliners of that. Like they're so good at S&D in every game they played. Like the only game mode that Priesta was consistent on was S&D last year, and I feel like they're going to be that team that like they will lose every respawn except one, and they will come out and win both of the
Yeah.
S&Ds
S&D.
and win it because of that. So
So Minnesota win 3-2 over Toronto, and then the final match, which I think lasted like maybe 20 minutes.
An hour.
Yeah, it was very surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicago beats LA 3-0.
In convincing fashion
I
as
think
well.
TK was
Wasn't
100%
close.
correct that the control was absolutely
It was a
brutal to watch.
Murder. Yeah.
And like I mean I guess like because like almost all of us here are Chicago fans, right? Other than like yeah, okay, well us
Right.
three.
Other than me.
Um, I don't know if it's that impressive. Like, yeah, we could. I mean, that's the thing. Like Dallas in like this match, I don't think it really shows anything because like New York isn't like kind of ready yet, in my opinion, and I don't think LA is at the caliber yet. So like, is the 3-0 even really? Like, does it really mean anything right now?
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
other than because like it's like when you verse like teams that aren't good and you absolutely slap them, like especially in like tournaments and things like that. It doesn't get you ready for anything. Like anyone could just beat on everybody and that's it. And then when you finally face a good team, then so
Personally, before I like judge like which teams are good or not, I have to see them play like a couple times because
yeah.
any team could have like just one off series and it just so happened to be the first series of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think with that match, I was more disappointed in 100 Thieves than I was in like damn Optics are really good because I think
Yeah.
that they like I was like wow like I thought that was going to be a really close game. I thought it was going to be like a 3-2 series because I still think that Thieves have the talent on their roster to be like a top
Mhm.
team, but they just I don't know. I'm worried about the passion from TJ. I think draws is nasty. I think that
Yeah.
I think
they have good
yeah.
options too, but it's just gonna gonna be cool to see. I'm really excited after seeing that initial weekend to see how things go in that first event,
I
first
think
couple
Yeah.
league matches.
also, like, cause I'm watching Hardpoints, listening to them talk about it, like, they said like Chicago's more known for like starting off really hot, coming
Yeah.
out the
Mm,
gates like absolutely dominating, and like LA, if you think about it, can't like starting off wasn't that good, and then over time as they picked it up, I feel like LA compared. I think LA will be like Optic last year, if you think about it, like Optic towards the end when they were kind of getting the pieces right and actually working
basically
on stuff.
was Optic last year. Yeah,
Yeah, they were actually kind of doing good. I mean, they made it. Yeah, where they make it to?
they got top 4 at champs.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah, so I don't know. I definitely think we do have
No,
a lot of
top
time.
6.
Was it?
Top 6, I believe. Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah,
Royal
yeah,
Ravens got
yeah.
top 4, but they
Oh,
could.
you're right.
But you're right though. Like as soon as Kenny moved out of Texas, like they were heating up. So
Yeah.
like you're absolutely right. Yeah, and I
I,
can
s-
definitely see that
I
from
think they have
them.
high hopes. I have high hopes for that team. I definitely
Yeah.
think that they have the potential to do good. But yeah, I think TJ is just kind of.
I think they just learn the game slower than a lot of other teams, and once they
Right.
kind of realize how the game's supposed to be played, then they end up heating up because they got so much talent on that roster. For sure.
Yeah.
Right.
A couple things that I could see like being an issue for that team is one, is that TJ, after like he starts to lose, he starts to lose like his passion for gaming and to get better and stuff. And Temp, because Temp is really short tempered, and if his
Ironically,
teammates and he's been known to be like super toxic with his teammates. Like last year, he was talking about how like no one like on his team knows how to play COD. That's
Mhm.
just super toxic. And another thing, I was watching a video from Enable, and he was talking about Slasher. And one thing with Slasher is that like it sounds like he's toxic and that he's just uh talking shit on you constantly, but he only wants what's best for the team. But at the same time, it's pretty hard for players to grasp that he's not just like attacking you personally. He's just to help
Mhm.
everybody.
kind of like the
So
same with Crim Six.
that yeah, but with Temp and Slasher doing that, I don't see that mixing very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah.
I feel like one thing I saw was like none of them, like one person would have like a good match, so like a good game. So I think the first hard point it was like Kenny, and then no one else was playing good, and then it was like the second match someone else was going off, and then no one else was playing good, and then the third match like I think Temp was the only one that had a positive KD, and no one else was playing good. And it was like, you all gotta play good, and one person can play bad, maybe, but like I don't think, especially against the Optic team, I don't
I was
think
gonna,
anyone can play bad like they
I
were.
was gonna say, especially when you start playing against those top teams like your Empires, your Optics. I mean, you can't have an off game against a team like that. One thing I want to touch on too is T2P. They're back. It looked like.
They're back.
I was gonna say.
Formals in Texas. That's
Formal,
Texas right there.
That
Texas
Texas
formal
fiber is different.
was looking nice. I was looking. It's pretty cool to see formal back in IW form. So I'm
Yeah,
excited to see how that goes.
I think we're definitely in for a good season. And
exactly.
I think like yeah, don't get me wrong. I love seeing like any team that I'm rooting for 3-0 the other team. Obviously, anyone like you'd rather shut it out than anything. But I think this season we're gonna see a lot more game fives than like last season,
Oh
and
yeah,
which I'm actually excited for because I like when it comes down to the wire. Like the Optic against Huntsman last year, I've never been more
That was fun
hyped
to
in my
watch.
life. Oh
That was
man.
fun to watch.
Um,
just going back on the Optic versus LA Thieves game.
Mhm.
We were talking about how a T2P was like super good, but in that control, were you guys watching Envoy?
Yeah.
Just
Oh my
manipulating
god.
the spawns.
It was
Yeah.
crazy. Like he started off 11-0, and he was blocking the spawns perfectly. He was telling his teams like which part of the map to control. It was like
Yeah.
a
Clinical.
bread and butter for them that game. It
what
was
map
Yeah.
did they play?
It was raid.
Raid.
Yeah.
Raid
Oh
control.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. that's right.
And it was like he was literally, like he wasn't getting the kills, but he was like doing, like Brad said, just a perfect job of manipulating the spawns and playing so smart.
Yeah.
And I
He's
think,
so young, but so smart.
yeah, 'cause
Literally the most intelligent.
he's like the play caller for that team now, which
Well, I
and he's the
think
youngest on the team.
I think
Well,
we
I
talked
don't
about
know.
that.
I know him and Dashy. We did talk about that a little bit, but him
Yeah.
and Dashy are both pretty young. But I think, I mean, if everybody on that team plays really well, they're going to be a really tough team to beat. Because bringing back Dashy, if Dashy gets into BO4 form and with Envoy playing so well, and if T2P can play like years past, I think that team's going to be really, really good.
Speaking of Dashi, kind of like off topic, but I found out like just a year ago, like about a year ago, that he's from Ottawa, Canada. He lives like
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
minutes away from me. I'm like, wait, him
good,
and
Leo?
Karma are both from Ottawa.
Yeah,
like,
can we take a 5-minute intermission? I'm so sorry. I gotta have my mom real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll cut it.
All right, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry.
Brief intermission.
We are back. Leo is back.
I'm back. I have my Cronus Zim. I have my Game Sharks, installed on my PC, and we're here to talk about anti-cheat in the
He's
COD.
got, he's got the action
Oh, that
replay
was
plugged into the
actually
DS.
that was such a good transition.
Lizard Squad, baby.
So Brad brought this up and wanted to talk about this. I want to talk about this too.
I think it's a great
everyone
topic.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anti-cheat, not yet been installed for this Black Ops Cold War game, excuse me. And so what are your guys' thoughts on that? I mean, for $1 billion company, for them not to have anti-cheat, it's just,
I think it's just lazy. I don't like.
yeah.
If you're moving over to PC and you expect to play competitively on it for a shit ton of money, and then you don't have anything for that reason, one, it's kind of just ruining the amateur scene right now. We have way too many good amateurs that are like losing their interest and just kind of like missing out in general because of hackers. I mean, I'm sure at some point we'll talk about it, but 410 is like a prime example of that. Just a nasty ass team that got disqualified because people accused them of hacking, even though they weren't. But like even the hackers that are just like in wagers and like stuff like that. Yeah, Warzone. Oh my gosh, Warzone hackers are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Luckily, I haven't been against any in a while, but I also haven't played that much lately. But
It's just it's ruining, and I've said this before, it's just ruining the competitive integrity of the game, especially with, and it provides a reason to scapegoat people who are better than you, I think. Like if you get beat by a team that's better and you have more people that watch you or more of a following, you can so easily turn your entire following against the people that beat you just because they'll support you like wholeheartedly.
I feel like if there's any game out there that is played competitively on PC, it should be like just a standard to have an anti-cheat, because we saw it was like a while back, there was a player from Optic India, and he was caught cheating at a CS:GO tournament. Even with an anti-cheat, it's still possible to cheat, but without one, it's insane. You can do anything. Like I saw clips on Twitter of my friends playing wagers, and there's guys like moon jumping around the map. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
crazy.
shit's so annoying. And like the thing
Did
too.
you guys see-
Good.
Did you guys see like I don't know, they were like assuming, or not even assuming, like they were claiming that Scump and Dashy were like hacking? I'm like, these kids have been in the league for so long, and you think that they're hacking after everything they've done. They don't need a hack to be good.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, and something like with Scump now, if he got caught cheating, that would ruin his entire legacy in the COD scene.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It would take one moment for him to do something like that, and he's not stupid enough to do something like that. Like I'm honestly, people probably wouldn't care. Like they would probably still love Scump just because the green wall's so freaking
Yeah.
obsessed with Scump because he's help build that whole team, which is kind of
Yeah.
sad to say, to be honest. That they're
I
just.
mean, he really has though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's helped to grow the COD scene. Without him and Nate Shot, the COD scene wouldn't be what it is today, just
Yeah.
Exactly.
without a doubt. But yeah, I don't think he would do something like that. It's people who get jealous, and it's like, oh, Scump hasn't been in this form in a long time, and when people see Scump doing good and Formal doing good, they got to make an excuse on why their team lost.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'll firsthand, admit that I've said like someone was hacking before. I mean, who really hasn't?
Exactly.
People make the case, like, oh, he was aiming at me through a wall. I aim at like random like entryways too because I mean,
That's how you play the game.
me playing,
We're hacking.
yeah, yeah, me playing
Making
competitive
lots of
COD,
people
like,
at walls.
I pregame stuff. That's pretty normal. I feel like that's a pretty normal thing that people do. Okay, now if you're aiming at a random brick wall that literally has nothing to do, and like I've seen way too much of this, people like take their camera and then they'll go all the way across the map, and there just happens to be a guy running there, like, okay, I mean,
Halo reaching out here.
yeah, like it's the one. The chances of that guy killing him are just unlikely, first of all. But on top of that, like, if like I mean, and from playing hardpoint things like that, if I'm rotating, I am rotating where the enemy team is. I'll fucking go around the map as well. I'll take the long way, just to like rotate. And like I just think some of the claims are just ridiculous. But I mean, at the same time, I think it definitely is something that I think Activision just kind of needs to handle that. There's no way you're telling me that you run a $400 million league, and on top of the fact that it was like the biggest selling game last year and this year and ever for like I think it's like the biggest selling franchise ever, probably because they've
Yeah.
released about 50 fucking games. But how can you not afford to do this, or even think
Again,
about doing it?
I don't think it's a matter if they can afford it or not. I think it's just them being super lazy and just not caring about like the games that they put out. Because like Valorant and Fortnite, those games are
Right.
both free and they both have an anti-cheat. Rust is half the price of COD and it has an anti-cheat.
Yeah,
Which is
what
Right.
DayZ
Yeah.
has an anti-cheat.
DayZ is an
We
anti-cheat.
just started playing that today, and they make you download an anti-cheat when you play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm worried with the introduction of League Play about
oh
people hacking in League Play too, just to try and get to the top of the leaderboard and
yeah.
things of that sort. I am excited for that though. I think that's gonna kind of fuel my drive to get back into comp stuff, which will be fun, especially if it's just kind of with the boys, just hanging out, playing games, and
That'll probably be about as competitive as I get.
yeah.
Honestly,
I
I mean,
Yeah.
like,
probably agree. At and GBs.
I don't even know if
Mhm.
I'll do that. I don't
I
know.
just
This game just fucking pisses me off.
that just sparked something for content day. League play with Indiana Syndicate.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think we
yeah.
talked
Okay.
about that in one of our
Heck yeah.
Meetings, yeah.
Definitely.
that. See
definitely.
that even on the podcast, Brett's coming up with content.
You know,
um,
Did you see how Monolithic had to release like a statement and they had to release a player because he was cheating in a Warzone
yeah, what was his
I
name?
did see that.
Chillin.
Chilla B?
Yeah, I saw that. So I'm in a group chat with like all a lot of other org owners from K7 and whatnot. And they were talking about it. I woke up to the conversation, but I didn't know what they were really talking about. I thought they were talking about like allegations against them for like cheating in a K7 match. That's what I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did see that. And I think didn't they say that he openly admitted to it though?
Yeah, I think he openly admitted to it to the org and they kicked him out of the org because and they issued a statement saying like they do not support what what he was doing and they
Yeah.
automatically as soon as they found out kicked him out.
Which I mean, I think is good. I think at least you can see other organizations and other teams and whatnot are like not standing up for it. Like I don't care if our best player was caught cheating. Yeah, I would automatically drop him anyways. Like
Yeah.
no matter what. And I think like I don't know why I just thought about this, but like the whole like FaZe Jarvis thing where he got banned
Oh,
for
yeah.
hacking, like I get like making content is
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think hacking in general is just something that should just be like, and I think that's why like I think it's good that his account got banned, but like the whole fact that like FaZe didn't drop him, I just think you just have to take accountability that that was your player who did this, even though it was just for fun, but
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Still,
wasn't it like just in custom games, right?
it was in public match like actual matches, but he wasn't like playing competitively or anything. He
Yeah.
was just in like normal games, just like using them, which
He just wanted to make content, which he
Yeah.
got made of an example out of, and that's a good thing. Is because you don't want to ruin your game by not banning someone publicly admitted to cheating. It was
who
going to
literally
post a
is
video
posting
about it.
videos about it. Yeah.
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 I think that was good because it showed the people that even even though he is famous, he isn't immune to the repercussions
Mhm.
of doing something like that. And
I mean-
good for Epic for doing that.
I don't know if you guys saw like Nick Merckx, I guess was like catching some backlash too because he was playing with a hacker
I saw that
in
video.
Warzone. Yeah. He like
Yeah.
he was like telling like I'll randomly see this stuff on Snapchat. I'll just be like scrolling in like the explore stuff on Snapchat or like on Instagram, whatever, and like I'll randomly see this stuff. But like it was like them saying that he was like egging him on. He was like, yeah, you know, like turn it on, like you know, you could use it and whatnot. And I don't know. I don't know. I think content wise, you can think of other stuff. In my opinion, I just think hacking's
Yeah.
so fucking stupid.
I agree.
Yeah. Very frustrating.
You want to transition us again, Leo?
Hacking down food. Speaking of food, speaking of food, the people have spoken, and chicken tenders are better than chicken nuggets.
False.
Most,
Brad
yeah,
says no.
most.
I mean, I'm just a fan of chicken in general. I love that transition.
Steve just likes
Yeah,
meat.
transition. Yeah.
Like it
fucking-
doesn't sound the same. Like, you know how there's like that meme. It's like, oh, chicken nuggies, candies. No.
No.
I just think it just depends, honestly. Like, I think like Wendy's nuggets compared to like anywhere else are just next level. But like,
Yes.
Honey
Okay.
chipotle chicken
Yes.
crispers, Steve?
ooh.
See, but see,
Okay.
that's different though.
For the record, right now, Chili's is the best place ever. If you haven't gone,
Okay.
they do the 3 for
Oh
10.
my
You can get the
God.
honey chipotle chicken crispers.
It is the best mid-tier
Oh,
burger restaurant. I'd
God,
say so.
it's so
The
They're different.
fact that
good.
he has the menu memorized gets
Oh, yeah.
me.
He goes there so often.
3 for 10. The 2 for 25 is gas. You get the 2 for 25. You get
Oh,
like
yeah.
an
You-
app and stop.
You get an app, an entree, and a dessert.
Yep. What do you get for the dessert? You get the cookie skillet or you get the
Oh,
cheesecake?
fuck yeah, the cookie skillet.
Yes,
It's
you
so
got to,
good.
bro.
It's
It's
so
so
good.
You guys are
But what's
weird.
the other? I think the other option is
The lava cake with ice cream on
So
top? Is
that-
that there?
No.
that is
It's
there.
not-
That's there. But that's
Yeah,
not,
but it's not-
an
that's not
option
an
for the
option.
no.
No.
It's like a cheesecake
that's too
slice or
high-end.
something.
Yeah. Yeah. I get the bacon ranch chicken quesadillas. That's my go-to. every
Honey
time.
chipotle chicken crispers double fries with a
Oh.
side of chipotle sauce.
Bro, chili sounds so fire. Like, why
Yes,
is Canada
it
missing
does. Yes, it's so good.
That's so
Brad,
good.
if you ever try to come visit, bro, let us know.
We're going to Chili's. I'll take you to Chili's.
Like Canada, how we don't have I think it's called like Raising Cane's. We don't have that. You know,
I
I
don't
mean-
have that either.
I'll
I
admit,
have, like-
I
Chipotle near me. That's all.
think that's
Really?
just a southern thing.
No,
gotta-
In-N-Out.
Yeah.
You got
West.
Five Guys,
Oh,
Shake
Yeah,
Shack,
we have a couple.
Shake
We don't
Shack.
have-
Ooh.
I've never had Shake Shack.
It's actually
I've never had
pretty
it.
good. It's actually
Where did
really
you have
good.
Shake Shack, Steve?
Chicago.
Oh, they have
Ah.
them in Chicago?
Yeah.
Zaxby's. You guys ever had that?
Yes,
Never
I
had
had.
Zaxby's.
So I took my trip to Tennessee last year for spring break, and we drove down to Tennessee, and on the way down we had that, and it's like the best fast food, like chicken I've ever had. It's like one
It's really
is
good.
is incredibly fast, but like
It's
it was way
it's-
better than what you would think. Like for
It's not like KFC or Popeyes. It's way better than that.
Yeah,
It's
uh-huh.
way better. It's just I don't know. Yeah, it's really really good.
I've also heard I have cousins from Virginia. Shout out to Noah and Carmen and Kayla and everybody if you're watching. But They said Cookout is really good.
Bro,
You guys
I've
know
heard
Cookout?
that too. Leo
Cookout-
loves that place.
Cookout is gas.
that?
Cookout is
What is
so
it? I
good.
don't even know what it is.
It's literally like it's a cookout. Like you got burgers, you got steaks, you got fries, Cajun fries, corn dogs. So basically they have something
love
like
corn
called like a
dogs.
tray. You get like a tray, what I usually get is a big double burger, which is like a double cheeseburger, and you can like add whatever you want onto it. You get 2 sides, and the sides like vary. You can get like a grilled chicken like wrap or like a fried chicken like wrap. But I usually you got to get the quesadillas, and you get the quesadillas which are chicken, and I get 1 beef. So I get the big double burger, 1 chicken quesadilla, 1 beef, and then I usually get a shake. It's just like it all comes out to like $6-7. So it's
Oh my god.
Dude,
yeah, it's just cheap. Yeah, it's
I was
really good.
FaceTiming Leo when he went there, and I heard him ordering, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's a
Yeah.
lot of food, man!"
Yeah, but it's good. So yeah, Cookout is really good. You guys don't have this up north, so there's something called PDQ down in Florida. It's another like chicken spot. It's short for like people dedicated to quality, but their chicken tenders are the best chicken tenders I've ever had. So
There's
yeah.
a place near me in Ottawa called Zach's Diner,
Mm.
and it's like this. It's like a fast food place, but like you have to go like inside and like eat and everything. But
Right.
such a cool restaurant because it's themed to like the 60s inside, and everything in
Ah.
there is from the 60s. Like their front like reception desk, it's the front of an old like not a Mustang but a
Like
Challenger.
Impala?
Oh.
Oh,
You
okay.
know what
Okay.
kind of vibes I'm
Sick.
getting from this? It like reminds me of like Shoop's and like Quaker
Like
steak
Portillo's.
together. Yeah.
I get like a
Yeah.
Portillo's type vibe.
Oh yeah. Do you have Portillo's? No, I don't think they have Portillo's,
No.
right?
But the best part about Zach's Diner is their milkshakes. Their milkshakes are
Mm.
insane.
Steak and
they
shake.
come at-
Yeah, steak and shake. That's what I was thinking of.
Ugh.
Bro, the milkshakes that they come with, they give you extra so you can dip your fries in it.
Whoa, let's
They
go.
give you extra
That's
for their
awesome.
dipping. Like
Get the little like
perfect.
condiment cup with the ice cream in it.
no, so basically what they do is they'll bring you the normal milkshake in like your glass or whatever, and then they'll bring the mixer with it.
Yeah,
So that
Oh, that's cool.
that's what
it's
Shoop's does.
That's cool.
Yeah, Shoops.
super cool.
Five
Well,
Guys
I'm
is
getting-
my good.
Nope, you're good.
Yep.
I was gonna transit. I was gonna
Oh,
transition. So you keep
okay.
going.
Five Guys is my place to go. Like, so whenever me and Michaela, because I know she's probably watching this, whenever we like drink or whatever, Five Guys is literally the place we go all the time. Right after, it's like
Yeah, with the grease.
it's I mean it's stupid expensive. Don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
and like normally after I drink, I get 2 burgers and fries from there. So that adds up already.
get-
But what?
You get 2?
Fuck yeah, I get 2.
Have you seen Steve?
When they call our
Big
order, like when they call our order, she's like, the lady at the front's like 5 patties, and I'm like, you're damn right, 5 patties.
5 patties that go straight to your ass.
Oh gosh.
Got some love handles.
I could talk about food all day. Chinese
Same.
food.
Actually turned out to be a pretty good topic.
Yeah, there you go.
Has anyone been to real quick? Has anyone been to Fogo de Chao?
I've heard of
No,
it. My
Chicago.
parents did. Yeah, my parents
Oh
went.
my
without me.
god, it is the best. I had just about every type of steak there, but like their bottom sirloin. Oh, it's so good. I'm going back. Ooh, I can talk about food all day. Feast
That's the transition I
Barbecue
was
down in
about.
Tennessee, best ribs I've ever had. Oh man, we could
Speaking of food,
transition.
Let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I take this because I don't watch football at all.
I really don't either, but I mean, I know it's like the Chiefs and the Bucks.
Yep, Tom Brady's going to his 10th
Yep.
Super
That's
Bowl.
fucking nuts.
Oh my
Crazy.
God, this dude cannot stay out of Super Bowls. I swear they just give it to him at this point.
You know what's
But
funny?
I think
I didn't think they were having that good of a season, honestly. And then now they ended up in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Steelers,
in-
Steelers choked.
In Tampa. Wow, we're throwing shots at Kinsey.
in Tampa, yeah.
In Tampa, first time teams having home field advantage for Super Bowl, which is going to be pretty
It'd be
interesting.
really cool. Yeah.
They are still the underdogs though, because the Chiefs are the reigning Super Bowl champions. They only lost 2 games this year. One because they rested starters. The other one they just kind of like just choked to the Oakland Raiders. So it's actually going to be I think it's going to be a pretty interesting game.
Yeah.
If Tom Brady gets his seventh, it'd be his seventh, right?
7th ring.
Yeah.
Be insane.
Dude, if Frank was in
He's
here,
6 for 9. Yeah. We were talking to Frank last night. We played some Phasmophobia, which is fun. I think Frank put it in good terms. He said that this is probably the biggest game of a Mahomes' career, because if you really think about it, he's kind of depending. I'm assuming if Brady wins this one, this is probably his last season.
Oh, 100%. I think this is his last season in general.
I actually don't think so, but I think he has 2 more years. But go ahead.
Yeah, but it's like if you think about it, Mahomes is kind of taking Brady's spot, really, because Mahomes he's in that kind of franchise, like he's gonna be the Chiefs guy for however many years to come.
Yep.
Got a great coach. I mean, if you think Andy Reid with Bill Belichick and those guys, he's got the team around him. He's got the weapons, kind of like Brady did early in his career.
Right.
And I think if you think about it, he's got the potential to win a couple more Super Bowls in his time. And I think we're never going to see a guy like Brady again, but I think if there's any one guy who has the chance to get pretty close, I think it's Mahomes in his spot right now. And then if he does end up winning a couple more Super Bowls down the line, I think it's really going to come back to did Pat Mahomes beat Tom Brady in a Super Bowl? And if he wins this one, then it gives him a decent argument. But then again, too, it's like Tom Brady's. It's not prime Tom Brady anymore, and we're seeing prime Pat Mahomes. So who knows? We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I probably won't watch the fight. I bought a Super Bowl square from a guy at work, and so he said I could draw the numbers, and I was like, I'm gonna draw like 9 and like 2 for my numbers, because I think this would probably be a high scoring game if I was to guess. So I'm hoping I could win, because I think in the fourth quarter, whatever the game finishes at, if you have the numbers, you win like $600. So.
Yeah.
Who did the Chiefs play last year?
They played
the 49ers.
Yeah, the 49ers.
Yeah.
I want the Chiefs to win again. I cannot see Brady win. I'm not a Brady fan at all.
I'm tired of seeing him win, but I think if Tom Brady retires after this season, I think it's going to be a hit to football, because Drew Brees is gone, Phillip Rivers is gone, and then if Brady leaves, that's a big. I mean, those are 3 quarterbacks that have been around for a long time.
Do you think if Tom Brady does, Gronk is officially done again?
Yeah, definitely. I also want the Bucs to lose, because Antonio Brown's on the Bucs, and I don't like that dude at all.
Wasn't that your stud?
He was a Steelers guy at one of the times.
Team, yes, but
he left.
If you have seen all the things he has done and not get kicked out of the league, is crazy. And I think he, being a female, I hate him. He has done so many things to females and gotten away with it. It's crazy. So, I really don't like him.
Stupid. Some of those guys, because were good football players at one time, are immune to stuff like that, and that's stupid. But that's a whole nother topic, and we'll save.
Podcast parkour.
So like some other sports stuff too. I don't know who you versed, but the Conor McGregor fight, I think was surprising to everybody, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I put on my story. I was like, "Wow, what an upset!" And then someone's like, "Only casuals thought that was an upset." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Like, all right, buddy.
Dude, that's like Leo. What'd you do? You deleted somebody off. Deleted the number or something because they were a fan of a certain team or something.
Oh yeah, we can. We'll insert the screenshot of that tweet here. But basically, I thought this girl was cute, and then she posted some Packers like gear on her Snapchat story. So I proceeded to unfriend her, tweet about it, and then she DM'd me about it. She's like, "You really deleted me off of Snapchat? What the hell?" And then I screenshotted that and I put hashtag bear down. Yeah.
So
We
yeah,
love it.
even though Leo is in Florida, he was from the area, so he is a Bears fan. Just for
Yes.
heads up for everybody. Another huge kind of sports talk. It is announced that Ryan Garcia is going to be fighting Manny Pacquiao. How the
Wow.
heck? That's nuts.
Yeah.
The thing is rigged. Manny Pacquiao's gonna get hit off, and Ryan Garcia's gonna get boosted up. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why.
I don't know how that fight's gonna go. Cause that's what I was thinking. I was like, I wonder if like Manny Pacquiao's doing it, like bringing like his name in and like gonna kind of build a like audience. And like I don't know if he's gonna have Ryan, cause isn't he's done right? He retired.
He is close
Heck
to.
yeah.
He should retire. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. They're getting to
He's-
the end of their days
I mean, he's
there.
older.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
once you get to that point, it's just really hard for you to compete like you were in
Mhm.
your 20s. So.
Yeah, and I mean Ryan Garcia is young. He's super fast.
Taller, longer
Yeah.
reach. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think it'll be a good fight still, but
Pacquiao beats him.
I don't know
It-
how 100% it's gonna be, if that makes sense.
I think a lot of the stuff now. I mean, because if you think about it, the more publicity you bring in a big name like Pacquiao, it's just the more money.
I mean, look at the
And
McGregor
it's
fight.
all the guys. I was gonna say McGregor fight, freaking whatever Paul is fighting. I forgot
Floyd,
his name.
Logan.
He's
Ben.
fighting Floyd Mayweather, and then Jake's fighting Ben Askren, right?
Yeah, Ben Askren. Yep.
And it's those guys. They're just bringing the big names, the controversial names, and they're just making bank.
Do you see
Like,
Canelo
ridiculous amounts of money.
responded about all that? Like the Paul brothers like boxing these people. He says
No,
like
what did he say?
he says it's a disgrace to boxing to even like communicate and like consider the fight with these guys.
Wow.
Which I mean is fair because like they're not saying they're not boxers, but they're like YouTubers who are just trying to get money, make a name, get their
Right.
names out there and whatnot. So like, I get it, but like at the same time, I think calling out all these people to box is just like Logan Paul calling out Floyd Mayweather. Logan Paul's like 250 pounds, and Floyd
Yeah.
is like 160, and he's fucking like 6 inches shorter, and I don't know, like, and then you have Jake Paul calling out McGregor to box. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of stupid, but I don't know. I'm kind of on Canelo's side about it. Like, I would rather see two big name boxers fight than a YouTuber and a non-boxer.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the
No,
whole
I kind of want to see Jake Paul's ass get beat.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
I just want him to get humbled because he's so cocky and annoying.
Right.
I think
Definitely.
the whole Nate, like, don't get me wrong, Nate Robinson getting slept was it was absolutely hilarious. But
The memes.
yeah,
The memes.
These are great.
it doesn't prove anything. Like, now he's going around talking about how he's like this great boxer and whatnot, but it doesn't prove anything. Like, he fought a guy who
Yeah.
doesn't box. Yeah,
He's a basketball player.
yeah, he was an athlete, but like, I can't be a track runner and expect to go into like golf and just I'm gonna beat Tiger Woods or
Yeah.
any
Right,
like
right.
just because you're an athlete doesn't mean that you are good at every single sport you do.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely. He beat two YouTubers before that, and so like he acts like he's the best boxer. And
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys who didn't know how to fight at all.
Like Deji, and he's proud of it. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, Desi.
Who's the
The
other
dude
guy?
didn't even, like,
Gibb
spar.
or something, right?
Gib,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I don't know if you guys watched that fight, but that guy boxing just did not make sense. It looked so weird. We got anything else?
I wanted to say, Kerr, I'm sorry for saying the Browns were not going to make it into the playoffs because then they beat the Steelers in the playoffs. I told
shit.
Jacob Kerr asked, "Do you think the Browns are gonna make it in the playoffs?" Like the beginning of the year, before any football was played. I think one game was played. I said, "No, definitely not." And then they made it in the playoffs and beat the Steelers. And I am sorry, Jacob. And I texted him right after. I'm like, "Y'all played a good game." It was so sad.
That's so weird that you mentioned that because I forgot that you know Kerr. And, like we all
Yeah.
know Kerr in real life. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Kinsey, how do you? Are you talking about Jacob Kerr?
I
or-
was gonna say, I was like,
Yeah.
Kerr. I was like,
Well,
Kerr.
well, she Coach Kerr, 'cause she
We
said
can end on
that.
my funny story with Coach Kerr.
She said that, and
Um,
I was like, oh well, they played Warzone together, but I was thinking like maybe once. That's
No, we
Yeah,
used
what,
to
we
we
played
used
a
to
lot.
grind like for a good like week or 2 weeks, but we were just like it was fun. It was vibey, you know. It was just a vibey time.
did he
We
ever?
taught
Did he
Kerr
ever
how to
get
play
in? I said,
Warzone.
did he ever get
Yes.
into Warzone like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he started playing better, and he's like, I like how you guys play. You guys play more
Fast.
aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah, because he said he's used to his friend just sitting in like a house, like a building, and just like waiting for the circle.
Oh my gosh,
Photos.
I play with guys from work, and there's nothing that annoys me more. Like, cause their plan, and I don't know how, they have every bunker code memorized. They know where every bunker is on the map. They have hit at least 3 of them every game, and I was like, I can't play with you guys. Like, I'm off at like hospital fighting people, and they're on the bunker at the bottom of the map. They're like, oh, I found a grenade launcher. I'm like, oh, it's so cool.
It's a gold chest.
Yeah,
No.
it's so.
Hopefully, the guys at the work never see this.
I tell them this. I'm like, you guys play so stupid. I don't want to play with you guys.
It's funny.
Oh my! And then I'll see if I can find the picture of it. But one game I got his 3rd place because I dropped like 22 kills. One guy had 1 kill with like 100 damage, and the other one had 0 kills with like 76 damage. I
Yeah.
fucking like a wet rag slung him over my shoulder, and I took him in. Like, holy moly!
what? What kind of analogy was that?
You guys got it.
You put him in the Santa backpack and threw him over the shoulder, bro.
Fuck yeah!
Well, I think that's a good place to wrap up. And I had mentioned my Coach Kerr story for everybody who's from Howard out here, and who doesn't know Coach Kerr. Coach Kerr's kind of a legend from Hobart. He's been
Inner
around
city.
for a really long time, back around when even my dad was playing high school football, and Hobart would win state year after year. But he knew my dad, and I mean, when I was in high school, I had to be like 5'8", 5'9", like 115 pounds, like sopping wet, like super skinny, super tiny kid. And we were at a pregame practice where we were kind of all in like our shorts and our shoulder pads and helmets, just running through plays. And Coach Kerr, in like his old voice, he's like, "Zanola, get over here!" I like walk over to the bench. And I'm like, "What's up, Coach?" And he's like, "Son," he goes, "you get any skinnier, you're gonna fall through your ass and hang yourself." And to this day, one of the funniest things that anyone has ever told me. But with that, thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Always a pleasure to have Brad on here. Thanks for hanging out, answering some questions. I'm sure you'll be seeing more of Brad here soon.
I was gonna say
Yes.
you'll probably be seeing a lot of
Definitely.
him.
Yes.
Brad
Hello,
will be
Brad.
around.
When he's not on Rust, we'll try and pull him in.
When he's not on Rust, we'll grab him.
I
But
have 8 hours a day of free, and that's when the podcast is gonna happen.
there we go. Wipe day's coming up soon, you know.
Yeah.
Again, drop a like, subscribe. Be sure to turn that notification bell on if you enjoyed watching this one. Comment below who's going to win the Super Bowl. If you want to see Tom Brady win, or if you want to see the back-to-back with the Chiefs here. And we hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
See ya.